Welcome to the first episode of In the Field. This is Smokey's way of trying to get you guys to learn with us as we go. I have been watching quite a few videos lately, and I've noticed in a lot of areas, particularly down south in Victoria and WA, that you're allowed to get away with normal ground type. Now here in Warwick and in Claremont, most of you guys would already know that if you put it in a normal ground type, you're just going to have noises everywhere, and it's literally impossible to use. We're going to show you here, but can we get our machine to run hot in normal ground mode and still pick up targets that are obviously you're going to hear better in the normal ground type? So we're going to try and test it today. I've got two nuggets. You've got one nugget at 0.25 at roughly 120 mil, and you've got a 0.1 roughly about 70-75 mil. So we're going to go over these in normal ground type and difficult ground type. We're going to see whether one's stronger than the other, and yeah, so let's see how we go. And
yeah,
so yeah, Benny, you've heard that before. I've turned it into Betty from Gold Diggers. But here we are in difficult ground type, which is what we always use here in Warwick, and you'll see why in a minute. We're on sensitivity 9. No problem with that at all. Now I'll try the smaller one in front of it. So pretty audible. We might have to put these targets deeper to stretch it out, but what I'll do while I'm in difficult now, I'll switch it back to sensitivity 1. So you'll hear it's going to be a lot quieter. I can hear it already. Really quiet to listen to. Hardly any other noise but a pure threshold there. It's so nice to listen to. Not as bright though, is it? 100% not as bright for me. Obviously it's audible. We need to dig this deeper down. So let's try the top one. Just hear it. If you're going quick, you'll miss that. So you can pick it up, but just to the trained ear, and you guys know when your ear's in, it's pretty good. And you would stop for that. But again, let me just switch back to 9. And again, listen how loud this is. Much louder, isn't it? So now we've tried difficult ground type. Let's switch this into normal, and I'll see if it's even usable, because we know this ground is really hard to use. So just switched it over now, give it a quick ground balance. Now we're in 9. Sounds pretty quiet at the moment. Here we go. You can hear a noise over here now. Is that louder? The 9 on difficult. But you can hear the ground out here now. So we'll try the front one. Try and ground balance that out. See. No, I think it's picking it up. The problem is you don't know what's a noise, and this is the problem with normal ground type here in Warwick, is that you need a stable threshold to get whatever it is that there to pull you up. And my ears can hear that, but I know it's there. So we might as well, while we're here, we might as well try the auto setting. But let's see whether we can hear this with the auto setting. So we're in normal. So audible there. See, this is the problem. It's making noise all over the place. Unless you get a sharp noise, you're not going to want to stop. And I could easily miss that, even knowing it's there. So that's on. Let's try now difficult ground type and see if those little noises disappear. And they have already. No noises. Pretty obvious, that one. And no noises in between. This is the important part. Oof. Just, if I put my coil on that angle, but again, I know it's there. You could easily miss that. If I keep the coil flat, geez, I tell you what, it's just. Let me just take that back to 9 and let you hear how loud this is. So for me, much more audible. And every time you make a pass, there's something there. The problem with the auto setting for me is, if you miss one, you're going to question it. Knowing it's there, it's easy because we can keep going back over it, get the coil on the right angle. But the way it is with auto setting is you need to be right on top of it, basically. And if you're not, you could miss it. So, I mean, this highlights for me, and just I think it shows you guys what we're talking about. So if you're in an auto setting, again, we believe you're going to miss gold. That's just us, and that's our opinion. And it's a matter of what you're confident about. It's not about what's right or wrong. If you're confident with your machine, that's what you do. For me, when you have confidence and you feel like you can find gold, you'll find gold. I'm a strong believer of that now. Thanks for coming along to the first in the field. Guys, let us know if this is what you want to see a little bit more of. And we'll alternate between the 6 and the 7. We should have brought the 7 today to try this, but again, I think the machines are pretty much like for like in normal and difficult ground type. When it comes to me anyway, I think both of them struggle here in Warwick in normal ground type. So until next time, keep your heads down, keep your fingers tight, and we'll see you again soon. That's right.